In this video, we will be discussing Capital One Venture applications. So let's get started. So applying for the Capital One Venture X Rewards credit card is a straightforward process, but it's more important to understand the requirements and steps involved to ensure your application is successful. So let's get the key points in order and get started. So let me get the pen out and let's change color. Okay. So first of all are the eligibility requirements. Okay, so before applying for the Venture X card, make sure you meet the following basic eligibility criteria. Okay, so eligibility requirements. Just gonna end in eligibility, and okay, let's see our first eligibility point. It's the credit score. Credit score. It's a little bit messed up, but okay. So generally, you will need a good to excellent credit score, which is typically 700 plus to be approved. While a higher score increases your chances, it's not a strict requirement. The next point is income level. Income level. Although there is no specific income requirement, a higher income will improve your chances of approval as it demonstrates the ability to manage the card's expenses. The next point is US residency. US residency. Applicants must be US residents with a valid social security number or individual taxpayer identification number. And lastly, age. You must be at least 18 years old or the legal age of majority in your state. Now, let's look at the required information. Okay, change colors and let's look at the required info, okay, for short. All right, let's look at the first point. It's your personal information, obviously. Personal info. Full name, address, date of birth, and phone number. The next is your financial information. Financial information or info. Your annual income, employment status, and monthly housing payment, rent, or mortgage. And lastly, your social security number. Social security, oops, that's N, number. To help Capital One verify your identity and assess your creditworthiness, you'll need to provide your social security number. Now, let's look at the application process. Let me change colors again. And now let's look at the application process. Oops, that's an A. Application process. Okay, first one. First point is the online application. Online application. You can apply directly on the Capital One website or through the Capital One mobile app. This process typically takes 15 to 20 minutes to complete. Next is to fill out your information. Fill out your info. Enter your personal and financial details in the application form. Next is your credit check. Credit check. Capital One will perform a hard inquiry on your credit report to assess your creditworthiness. And lastly, wait for approval. Wait for approval. You may receive an instant approval decision, but it can also take a few days if Capital One needs to review your application further. And lastly, let's look at the approval process. Let's look at the approval process. First point is instant decision. Instant decision. In some cases, you'll receive an instant approval or denial decision right after submitting the application, but in other cases, you might have perhaps a pending review. A pending review. If your application is pending, Capital One may require additional information or documentation to complete the approval process. You'll typically be connected via phone or email. And lastly, approval or denial. Oh my God. Approval or denial. If approved, you'll receive your Venture X card in the mail within 7 to 10 business days. If denied, you'll be provided with a reason for the denial and you may be able to appeal or apply again in the future. Alright guys, that'll be for this video. I hope it helps you guys out and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Peace out.